Okay, Schrodinger wave equation. It is a differential equation capable of describing the motion of an electron. In any ordinary material wave, the displacement of whatever electrons, protons, neutrons, atoms or molecules is vibrating about its mean position is given by psi equals to a sine 2 pi upon lambda ut minus x, where psi equals to displacement at time t, distance x from origin. Okay, a a is called maximum displacement from mean position. Lambda equals to wavelength, a frequency of the vibration, u is the wave velocity. We know that what is wave velocity and what is particle velocity. Here the particle is oscillating about this manner. This is called the particle velocity, and this wave is propagating in this positive x direction. This velocity is called the wave velocity. Okay, now if we differentiate this equation number 1, then we can get d psi upon dx. We differentiate psi with respect to x. Okay, if we differentiate sine, that is then we can get cosine. Okay, minus a cosine 2 pi by lambda ut minus x, and we have to differentiate 2 pi by lambda into x with respect to x, then we can get 2 pi by lambda here. Okay, if we differentiate again, then we can get, okay, d square psi upon dx square equals to, here minus remains, and if we differentiate cosine, then we can get minus sine, and here also minus, so 3 minus is nothing but minus, 3 minus is nothing but minus. Okay, multiplication minus 4 pi square by lambda square a sine 2 pi by lambda ut minus x. We see in equation 1 psi equals to a sine 2 pi by lambda ut minus x. Then we can write minus 4 pi square by lambda square into psi. Okay, from de Broglie's matter wave equation, we know that lambda equals to h upon mv, where v is the particle velocity. We previously talked about particle. What is particle velocity? This is the particle velocity. Okay, if we squaring both the part, then we can get lambda square equals to h square upon m square v square, then half mv square into 2m. We can write m square v square equals to this. Okay, and we know that half mv square equals to, okay, half mv square equals to this kinetic energy equals to total energy minus potential energy. Plug in the value of lambda square from equation 3 in equation 2, then we can get, this is the equation 2 and this is lambda square value. We plug lambda square equals to h square upon e minus v into 2m in it. Okay, then we get d square psi upon dx square equals to minus 8 pi square upon h square e minus v m into psi, that is equal to d square psi upon dx square plus 8 pi square upon h square e minus v into m into psi, that is equal to 0. For 3-dimensional motion of an electron, this equation is written as d square psi upon dx square, d square psi upon dy square, d square psi upon dz square plus 8 pi square upon h square e minus v m into psi equals to 0. This is the required equation. Application of the Schrodinger equation. Schrodinger equation can be applied for determining the total energy of an electron when it is moving in an electric field, so that its potential energy V is specified in terms of space coordinate conditions. Okay, Like other differential equations, its solutions are also governed by boundary conditions. Generally, solutions are only obtained for certain energy values called eigenvalues. The corresponding wave functions psi, which are generally complex, are called characteristic or eigenfunctions. If we write psi equals to c plus jb and its conjugate is nothing but psi star equals to c minus jb, then their product is nothing but psi into psi prime or psi star equals to c square plus b square, and it is real. For a one-dimensional system, psi square dx is supposed to represent the probability of finding the electron within the range to x plus dx. But in the three-dimensional, psi square dv represents the probability of finding an electron the volume range v to v plus dv.